I don't pay attention to Kiwi farms. I don't go onto those sites like that. I've heard about it, but I don't go out and look at that crap. I don't have the time for it. But I've known you for over 5 years, ODN, and the thing is, again, hey, Twiggy, you have your opinion. If you want to come on up here and share your opinion, you've only known me for maybe 6 months, 9 months, maybe a year at the most. You really haven't been around to see the backstory, but you're speaking like you know the whole thing. And
it's just one of them with a troll account, dude.
No, he's the guy that served me for the lawsuit I was involved.
Oh, is he?
All right. He's the guy that came from Southern California to serve me. Okay, and that's as far as I want to go, because
the Tesla
I want to keep the Tesla guy, right? Yeah. Right. Okay. So quite frankly, look, he can say whatever he wants to say. I'm not upset at him. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is he doesn't know enough of the story, and I think he's inserting himself in something that he doesn't know a whole lot about. He said, Odin, I don't know you at all, but it seems to be that you are liking Eli because you have the same rival, not because you like Eli. That is something Eli needs to think about and actually see. Twiggy, look, you've been so...
Can you hear me?
There he is, right there. There he is.
Yeah, ODN, here I am. I don't know you, so let's just get this out of the way first. I don't have a clue who you are, okay? So I'm not looking for a new fight with somebody, and I don't even have a fight with Eli. You want the honest truth. Okay, but the problem I have with ODN being on there, like I said, nothing against him, don't know anything about him, is, okay, you know what? Let's start over. What did you want to ask me, Eli? I'm right here. Go ahead.
Oh no, you had something to say, dude. I don't have anything to ask you at this point.
Did.
You started to talk. So I'll tell you what. Listen, I gotta go take care of something real quick. I'm listening on my phone. I'm gonna listen on my phone. You guys talk, and I'll respond when I get back in a few minutes. Okay. Okay. I've got other responsibilities, but I will be back.
Okay, Robert. Let me go into my comment that I made that Eli just read about ODN. Again, I know nothing about ODN, nothing personal, nothing. I don't know who he is. My problem is what I'm finding that ODN and that other person, the icon, 3-letter G something. I don't know who she is. What I'm finding that people aren't agreeing with Eli. They just seem to have, the people who agree with Eli generally seem to have the same enemy as Eli. And that, so it's kind of like people who said, like politically, just I don't like Trump, but I sure as other guy, so I'm going to vote for Trump, or vice versa. It isn't I like the person they're siding with, it's the dislike is larger on the other side. And that's the problem I have with a lot of these people. There is maybe 1 or 2 people in the time that I've known of Eli that have stuck around to be on Eli, and nobody knows who they are. Meaning like AZ Pro, no one knows who they are. Jenny Sadler, whoever, don't even know she's real. There has been nobody that has been around the community, have been a part of a short amount of time, honestly, that has stuck to Eli's side and hasn't seen through what everyone considers the bullshit. And that's why when I find somebody of who Eli's known as long as ODN, for example, or other people that have been around for a while that seem to side with Eli, it's fleeting. It lasts a little bit until Eli either pisses them off, they decide to go away somewhere else, or whatever. Does that make sense? That's why I made the comment that I made.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Please go ahead.
How long have you been aware of Eli? How many years?
It's been about no, years. It's been about I think it was probably October, November when he went into the gig community. I originally was in the gig community.
Okay, so you've known about Eli for a few months.
Went into the gig community.
Right?
No, it's not a few months. It's probably about 8-9 months. That's not a few, but not
okay.
as long as
Well, I've known about Eli for about 8 years, and this whole situation he's been dealing with. I'm going to say this: I did not agree with Eli on a lot of stuff, and I have been on YouTube virtually since it's been out, and I have never in my life had the problem I have had with anyone in my life as I have had with Lycan Theory, or General Legion as you guys are calling him now, and his friend SB, and the Canadian guy. There's 3 people that are involved in a major harassment campaign, and they use it to their benefit for proceeds and donations and whatnot. And this is truthful. I do not care for a lot of what Eli does, but I see where he's coming with, or where he's coming from, regarding these people that he's speaking of. And you can say, hey, it's just because I'll let you talk for a while. Let me say something real quick. You might think it's just because I have the same enemies as him, but the fact of the matter is yes, we do have the same enemies, but those are the only enemies I've ever had in my life, and they are messed up people. And yes, Eli has done some things that aren't so great in his past, but nothing like what I have seen these people do to me and others. And they got about 100 different enemies. I only have 3, and they all know each other. General Legion, as he likes to call himself, and SB, and the Canadian. That's it.
Fair.
Yeah, can I get in here real quick? Let me get in here real quick if I can.
Eli, hold on one second. Let me respond to ODN for just one thing he said. Fair enough. I have no relationship with these other people, other than, the names, obviously. And I'm not saying that you are in with Eli and agree with everything he said. I'm not doing that at all. I'm just saying that from an outside point of view, as you much described, I've only known of him for 8 or 9 months. That's what it seems like to me. If you have some other things in common, then great. I'm not criticizing you personally. I'm just talking about the people that seem that have been around, seem to, come back to Eli's camp, if you want to, seem to have the same enemy as Eli. If listen, I'm wrong. I'm just telling you from an view that like to me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. There you go.
Yeah, let me get in here. I want to ask you some questions, Twiggy. Here's the thing: you've been around long enough, and
yes, Twiggy. All right, Twiggy. Once Eli goes ahead, and wait. Once Eli goes ahead and asks the question, when it's done, Eli's gonna be able to. He's gonna have to sit quiet, and when you are completely done with your answer, the floor goes right back to Eli. Unless now you have a question, then it goes to you, and then Eli has to wait. And we're gonna do it like that to be respectful.
Fair enough.
Here's the thing. I don't want to cause any issues with anyone here, but you've been around and you've been a participant in some things too. We're not going to get into that. I've moved past that. I'm being mature about it. The thing is that you've also seen what Jamie has done and these people have done. I want to ask you a set of questions, Twiggy. Do you feel it is right for Jamie to purchase a $4.99 channel membership and then go to Rumble and rebroadcast my paid content for any reason? Do you feel that is right?
I don't know that he does because I'm not friends with him. So I don't know what he buys.
You're deflecting. Do you feel that No. You ask questions, we answer. Now you're going to answer, or you just say, I deflect, I refuse to answer. Because here's the thing. I'm asking you a straightforward question. Do you feel, Twiggy, that it is right for any person? Let me rephrase, Twiggy. Do you feel that it is right for any person to go on a channel that's monetized, that has paid memberships, for their paid members buy a membership with the sole intent to steal that content and rebroadcast it for free on another platform to try to stick it to that person and then capitalize off of it? Yes or no? Simple. If you don't want to answer, say I don't want to answer, and then that'll be the end of it.
Okay, I'll answer the question. The problem is your question is very. Are you going to let me talk, Eli, or not? If you're not going to let me answer, it's a simple question. Then I'm just going to sit here and not say anything.
Twiggy, go ahead and answer.
Okay. If somebody buys something or therefore a membership and they want to stream it at their own risk on a different platform, whether they believe they have permission or not, that's up for debate, I guess, from what I'm hearing, then that is a risk they're willing to take. It is not my place to tell them whether they can or can't or should or shouldn't. It's not my place. If they want to do something, then fine. If they don't, then they don't. I don't understand why my answer makes a difference in anything, because all it's doing is setting you up to say, I don't agree with you, Twiggy, so therefore, since I don't agree with you, all your opinions are invalid. And that's what you do. So I'm not going to give you the answer that you think you want or you think I'm going to give you, because it doesn't matter to me. You gave me
let me interject.
Sure.
Let me interject there, Twiggy. Let me interject there. I understand what you were saying, Twiggy. You're like, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I shouldn't even care. I get you all the way. But now you got to look into the realm of it like this. Let's use this scenario here. Let's say you're a music artist and you pull up to a place and you go outside and there's somebody selling all your music outside of his trunk, and you see him doing it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, no, fair. To answer your question, if it was my music that he was selling, I sure as hell would say something. But here's the difference, Robert. The difference is I can only do that if I have clean hands. If I have never used Napster back in the old days, I have never done file sharing. If I have never given, if I make a mixtape for a girl in the 90s and I take a Bon Jovi song and I give it to the girl who's now playing in her car, did I just do the same thing that Eli was describing, but in an 80s version? Yes, technically, I guess I was.
Yes.
So, if Mother Teresa wants to come to me and ask it, and I know she's never done it, then that's a barometer I'll go by. But you can't come to me with something with unclean hands, to use the term, and tell me what's right and what's wrong. It doesn't work that way. Not to me.
I'm asking you.
Now, is there a question for Eli? Is there a question for Eli that you want to ask him, Twiggy?
There's not a question for Eli. There's something I want to compliment Eli on, actually. And we have never had a chance to talk face-to-face or voice-to-voice, and I want to give him a compliment in this. I don't know if you know, Eli, but I am probably your only public success story. Do you know that? I'm being honest. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. Robert even knows about it. Because let me tell you something. When I went and served you, that was my first serve. And after I left, I decided I wanted to do it as a business. And that was 6 months ago? And in this 6 months, I have a humongous business now. And so you directly are part of my success. So I am your success story.
Well, here's the thing, Twiggy.
That should feel good.
You also mentioned, here's the thing, Twiggy. Listen, I'm not trying to backtrack and I'm not trying to accuse you of anything, but you told me at the time of serving me that you were a licensed processor. Right. That's what you said.
Right.
So you lied.
No, I'm not lying. Here's where the research comes in, Eli. Here's I'm 51. I'm going to be 52 soon. So we're the same age. So I guess you can say we're the same generation, which might make you feel a little bit better because I know you care a lot about that. There's something that we need to do, which is trust and verify at our age. We heard that from Ronald Reagan, right? Trust and verify. What you didn't do, and if I'm going to give you, it's not a criticism, it's just a fact. You didn't check dates on certain things. When I served you, I wasn't licensed. When I answered that question, I was. So in the week time that was different, I got licensed. So I was honest when I told you that. And the reason why there wasn't a license number on the form is because I didn't have a license at the time and I didn't need one. Because civilly you don't.
That's
so
true.
So that is, again, another fact that you assumed, which we all do it, some of us more than others, that you assumed that was not correct because you didn't verify it. Mm-hmm. So to answer your question, that's how that happened. Now that mystery is solved for you, maybe it'll help you sleep better. I don't know. But
I really don't care, to be honest with you.
You asked, so I answered. The fact is,
Eli,
is that, I don't, if you were somebody who had clean hands in a lot of things you do, then I would be very much more critical of, for example, Jamie, about the restreaming. You gave permission, you said, and then you took it back, and I don't know the dates, and I don't know any of that stuff. So
months ago.
Whatever, but it doesn't make a difference. It does not for what I'm
Why do you care? Why are you so invested in my story?
I care because Robert asked the question and you were answering it. So that's why it's a topic.
What is let me ask you this. Why do you follow me around like a sick puppy dog like the rest of them do, and you chat about me in the chats? If you don't care, if I'm nobody to you, then why are you here? Why are you in the chat? You're everywhere where these people go. Why?
I'm gonna tell you the God honest truths why I still watch your streams and some of the people that that comment and do commentary. I'm gonna tell the honest truth, okay? And you might not like it, but you asked. Because what I do for a living now, I drive a lot and I get bored. And the truth is, you, whether you want to be or not, are tons of entertainment, and everybody else. And I watch a lot of videos. I mean, it's not just you guys, not just you. I mean, I watch Robert. Robert sees me every day. I watch Roy. I watch a lot of non-gig stuff. It is some great entertainment. As you've noticed, I've pretty much left you alone and you've left me alone because I don't comment on your streams. I don't voodoo fake accounts. I don't do any of that because I don't have a need to interact with you. But the truth is, the reason why I follow is because it's just like watching Mad TV or In Living Color or the shit show on whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just pure good entertainment. And you have no idea how much money you would make if you just embraced it versus fought it.
Lovely.
I'm being honest with you, Eli. That's up to you.
It's not. Well, here's the thing, Twiggy. I'm not a sellout, and I'm not going to sell out being something that I'm not. I don't care how much money it costs me. Okay, well, that's just who I am.
That is completely your choice, Eli. And I'm just telling you that's why I watch. I don't go into Jamie's stream and talk. I don't go into these other people and talk. I mean, maybe I've made a comment when they ask a specific question that I have some knowledge of. But other than that, you probably see it all. I don't talk. I just
let me ask you a question.
Let me ask him a question real quick. Where do you watch Eli?
YouTube.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, but where on YouTube? On Eli's channel or on the rebroadcast?
No, actually.
Be honest.
You want to laugh? Okay, I'll answer you. Honestly, on both. You want to know why? At the same time. Because I have an iPad and I have my iPhone. And I like to see what's in Eli's chat because I think some of the people in his chat are just, I'll be blunt, they're soft trolling him. Either he doesn't care, he likes it, or he just doesn't realize it. And then I watch some of the chats from the restreams. Honestly, I listen more to him than I do the restreams because I'll be blunt. In some of the restreams, you can't hear what Eli's saying because people are talking too much. So the truth is, I watch them both pretty much at the same time. There's honesty for you, Eli.
Well, let me ask you this, Twiggy.
Sure.
Do you feel that a grown-ass, almost 40-year-old man shoving a rainbow dildo in someone's mouth on a restream is the most mature thing they can do?
Oh,
do you think putting a bra? No, I'm asking you. No, answer. Listen,
I'm gonna answer.
Do you think it's the most mature thing?
Let him finish the question.
Sure, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, let me finish the question. Do you feel that shoving a rainbow dildo in someone's mouth and putting a bra on somebody is actual commentary, or is it just, harassment and trolling and just trying to make something out of nothing? Because here's the thing. I talk about life coaching principles. The only time I talk about Jamie and stuff is when he continues to harass. To make my audience aware. So in no way, shape, or form do I deserve any of that. He's just throwing that on there, just trying to stir something up. My content has nothing to do with Jamie or his group at all. But he does that so he can, feed the audience of Coach Eli haters what they want to open up their pocketbooks. So do you
let him answer that question, Eli? Because now you went from question to going into something else. Let him answer that first part.
That's fine.
So he doesn't forget what he's going to say.
Okay. And I think they'll be surprised on that, Eli. Do I think that doing that is a mature, respectful thing to do? Kind of, I guess I'm going back to your question. Honestly, it is totally not. But it is hilarious. Okay? It is, to me, the same as watching White Chick.
I can't hear him.
Can't hear him either. Twiggy, something happened.